Joining me now with more on the proposed Japanese buildup and what it means for China-Japan relations is Ivan Eland. He's a senior fellow at the Independent Institute. Welcome back to the show. Thanks for joining us. We heard this report, and Japan's plan to boost military spending would be the biggest it has seen in years. Talk to me about the timing of this, and does it just go along with the United States plan for military buildup in the region as well?
Well, I think it's accompanying that. I think the U.S. has been prodding Japan to do more, for defense, because the United States is pivoting toward Asia, but it already had a huge presence in Asia. But I think the U.S. is trying to mobilize all the allies for containing China.
Well, Terry mentioned the territorial disputes. This move isn't exactly fostering better relations with China. Japan is claiming that the move comes from protecting itself from the DPRK, and again mentioned the territorial disputes with China. Is this more a Shinzo Abe thing, or is this truly a reflection of the general thinking in Japan?
Well, I think he's definitely pushing it. He's always been one who wanted this constitution changed so that Japan could take more aggressive actions, not only with the allies, but perhaps independently. They already do exceed what their constitution really allows, but this would even go further, I think. And certainly, the island disputes have led to an increase in nationalism in Japan, and therefore it's probably a little both. The Japanese people are receptive to this, and he's pushing it. And the real question is, can the Japanese economy afford it? Japan is not going to breach their 1% in defense spending, but that sounds low, but Japan has a really big economy, so they have a very powerful defense force right now. They have very modern weapons and very good training.
Well, let's talk about this 3% number. The 3% increase in military spending doesn't sound like a lot, but how significant is it? Is it really that big of a deal, or is Japan really just trying to send a message to other countries in the region here?
Well, I think it's more of a message, because all they're really going to be able to do with it, I think, is restore some of the pay cuts the pay was reduced to help clean up the Fukushima nuclear plant, because all the money being spent on that. So I think this will restore those pay cuts. And so that pay is important for militaries, but I'm not sure they're going to be building a lot of new weapons. Now, they are getting some. They're looking at the V-22 tilt rotor, which takes off like a helicopter and flies like a plane. They're made by the Global Hawk surveillance, because they're going to try to put more surveillance around those islands, and they're also going to try to station more troops. They've been training some troops to not station on the islands, but station around there. And then, of course, they're buying the new fighter from the U.S., which is vastly superior to anything that China has. And then also, they've got a new sort of quasi-aircraft carrier. It's a flat-top destroyer that they can put 14 helicopters on, which would be good for using for amphibious assault or for areas like island chains and that sort of thing. So they are increasing their capabilities. This 3%, though, I think it's probably just going to restore the pay cut that they took away for Fukushima.
All right, Ivan Eland, as always, we appreciate your time. Thank you so much for joining us on the show.
Thank you.